Hi everyone, it's Sir Fadrik and welcome back to part 2 of our adventure in the Unity game engine. I didn't have in mind a part 2, but part 1 was all about what are the steps that I took to learn and start using Unity game engine. After a lot of you asked me, why did I choose Unity in the first place? So I figured out it's time to do part 2 of this series. So the main question now is, why did I choose Unity to be my main game engine? And to answer it, we need to go back a little bit in time. When I started learning about game development, it was 2014, and I was still in a second year computer science student with a fairly average programming background. But I was into Java desktop application programming, and transforming from Java to C# was pretty easy for me, and it was my first point to start learning Unity. C# is an amazing language and easy to pick up and learn if you have basic object-oriented programming, or OOP for short. Plus, the language is adaptive to things that are not related to game dev. If you didn't like to create games anymore, you can transfer some of your programming skills to do other things. The second point was the huge online community, and I mean it was massive and very easy for me to just get in and understand what's going on. Regarding that, my English was not very good and it's not my native tongue. The community is still, to this day, range from Facebook groups to Unity forum, even on Stack Overflow. The third point was the huge number of tutorials online for me to dive in and just mess around and learning new stuff. And to this day, more and more tutorials are being developed for this game engine, and I'm loving the fact that I've started to create some as well. Imagine someone who are just started learning new things and then he found a dozen of cool games to replicate and has to have fun in. And especially like all-time Unity classics as survival shooter and space shooter game. And I spent way too much time playing around with these games, and even to this time I still code stuff in. And I got really bored playing the survival shooter that I coded an AI to play the game for me. It was hilarious and pretty nice video. If you want to check it out, links are on the screen and the description below. Now let's get back on track. The fourth point, and I can say that the Unity engine is easy to learn and use, but its interface was simple to understand and to get used to after trying it versus the Unreal Engine back then. It was no doubt that Unity ones stood up for me, and still to this day gets better and better. The fifth point, for me personally, was the ability to build your app to a lot of platforms at the same time without having to code new things. And this was marvelous for me because I simply changed between building Android apps, Windows and Linux all the time, which accelerated my learning curve to a whole new level and allowed me to learn new stuffs about my industry, because as we all know, building a game for Android and the Google Play Store is far different from building it for Steam or for Linux. To recap this short video, Unity made me really interested in game development from the start of this journey and kept me that way till now, starting with its amazing programming language, its C# to the slick and robust UI that was hard to use but easy to get comfortable on. The next point was the huge community of people to learn from and network with, and that community was drawn in by the sheer number of cool tutorials and documents to read and enjoy. Finally, the cross-platform capabilities were awesome for me back in the days and enabled me to a whole new world of learning. What about you? Why did you choose the Unity game engine? And if you're still thinking to this day, what's stopping you? Tell us in the comments below and let's have a chat. Or you can apply for a night shift in our Discord kingdom and join our ranks. Links in the description below. And if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to like and consider subscribing to this awesome channel. I know my mom always tells me that I'm a bit modest, but nah, I am not. Please do subscribe, share this video, it means a lot for me. But now, see you all in the next adventure.